What if everything you believe about money, yes, your savings, your budget, even your idea of financial success, is a carefully disguised lie that's been silently draining your future without you ever noticing? From the earliest days of childhood, many of us are handed a set of beliefs about money that seem, on the surface, both sensible and safe. We're told to save diligently, to aspire to home ownership, to get a degree no matter the cost, and to work hard with the promise that wealth and security will follow. These lessons are repeated in classrooms, echoed at family dinners, and amplified by the media. They form the background music of our financial lives, so familiar that we rarely pause to question them. But beneath their reassuring surface, these so-called truths often hide something far more manipulative, a system of illusions designed to benefit institutions, not individuals. Take the idea that saving money is enough. It sounds like wisdom, passed down from a simpler time. Parents encourage it, banks advertise it, financial gurus praise it. Yet, in reality, this advice can be a trap. Keeping your money in a low-interest savings account might have made sense generations ago. But in today's world, inflation quietly erodes your purchasing power year after year. The dollars you diligently stack lose their value, often outpaced by the rising cost of living. Still, we persist, reassured by the belief that saving is the responsible thing to do. Why? Because that's the story we've been sold, a story that benefits banks collecting deposits, not individuals seeking true financial growth. But the myths don't stop there. The belief that owning a home is always an asset is another deeply ingrained narrative. The housing market, real estate agents, and even governments have a vested interest in promoting homeownership as the ultimate sign of success. Yet, anyone who has experienced the hidden cost of property taxes, maintenance, repairs, and market downturns knows that ownership isn't always the golden ticket it's made out to be. Sometimes renting and investing the difference can lead to greater freedom and flexibility. But that's a truth rarely celebrated. Then there's college debt, often labeled as good debt. We're told that taking on student loans is a smart investment in our future. Yet, as tuition skyrockets and wages stagnate, many graduates find themselves burdened with debt that limits their choices and delays their dreams. The education industry, lenders, and policymakers encourage this cycle because they profit from it. But the reality for millions is anxiety, limited career options, and years spent digging out from under a mountain of interest. Perhaps the most pervasive myth of all is the idea that hard work alone leads to wealth. The culture of hustle glorifies long hours and constant grind, convincing us that our value is measured by our productivity. But if hard work guaranteed riches, the world would look very different. The truth is, systemic barriers, inherited advantages, and access to information play a far greater role in shaping financial outcomes than sheer effort. Yet, we cling to the myth because it's comforting. It suggests that success is within reach for anyone willing to try hard enough. Why do these myths persist? Because powerful industries have a stake in keeping you compliant, busy, and hopeful. Banks want you locked into mortgages and long-term loans. Credit card companies entice you with rewards while profiting from your debt. Influencers and self-proclaimed financial experts often monetize your attention, offering advice that sounds empowering while keeping you stuck in old patterns. Even friends and family, well-meaning as they are, may reinforce these beliefs simply because that's what they were taught. The first step toward real financial freedom is learning to spot these traps. Question everything, especially the beliefs that feel most familiar. Ask yourself, who benefits if I believe this? Who profits from my loyalty, my debt, my unquestioning trust? The answer is often not you. Consider the way society celebrates visible wealth. Luxury cars, designer clothes, sprawling homes, often purchased with borrowed money. We're conditioned to admire these symbols, equating them with success, while quietly shaming those who prioritize less visible forms of wealth, like investing or living below their means. This isn't by accident. The economy thrives when consumers strive to keep up, even if it means sacrificing future security for present appearances. We're also taught to accept stress, debt, and hustle as normal parts of adult life. The constant pressure to perform, to spend, to accumulate is so deeply woven into our culture that we rarely question it. But ask yourself, who gains when you're too busy to think critically, too stressed to take risks, too distracted to plan for the future? The answer, once again, isn't you. The truth is, wealth has little to do with how much you earn, and far more to do with the beliefs you hold. Many people with modest incomes achieve financial security by questioning the status quo, making unconventional choices, and prioritizing freedom over appearances. Others, earning far more, remain trapped by debt and expectation, always chasing the next milestone because they never paused to rewrite the script. Unlearning these mental money traps isn't easy. The lies are everywhere, in well-intentioned advice from loved ones, in traditions handed down through generations, in the curated images of success on social media. Some of the most popular financial advice is designed less to empower you and more to keep you hopeful, compliant, and spending. To break free, you must replace blind trust with strategic thinking. Stop asking, "Can I afford this?" And start asking, "Does this align with my freedom?" Understand the true cost of comfort, of following the crowd, of living up to expectations that don't serve you. Most people stay broke, not for lack of discipline, but because they never questioned the narrative. It's time to rewrite your financial story, one truth at a time. When someone tells you that money doesn't buy happiness, remember that while wealth isn't everything, neither is poverty. Financial stress is not a virtue. Security, choices, and the ability to live on your terms are worth pursuing. Real financial freedom begins not with a higher paycheck, but with a clearer perspective. See the lies for what they are, tools of a system designed to profit from your confusion. Question relentlessly, think independently, and above all, make decisions that serve your future, not someone else's bottom line. Your path to freedom starts the moment you choose to see the truth and refuse to live by the old lies any longer.